Okay, we have another project with the sunroof. The headliner on the shade only is coming off, so the glue, the adhesive has failed, and I kind of shoved it up in there and it's kind of getting all dirty. So what we're gonna do today is take the glass off, take off the shade, spray more glue on there, and adhere it back on. Okay, so first step is to remove the glass, and we're gonna turn the key just to the auxiliary, and we're gonna open up the sunroof to the tilt all the way. So like that, and then that gives us room to get to 3 screws on each side. Now there's gonna be like these little rubber gaskets, kind of like little covers. You pop those off, they kind of pop and slide back. I already took them off. I'm also going to put some painter's tape around the edges here because it gets really dirty, so that'll protect it. So basically we're gonna remove 3 screws on each side, and we're gonna mark it with a pencil to the exact height. You just draw a line and draw around it and trace it. So then when you put it back on, you're good to go. Okay, I put some tape all around here just so I don't get it any dirtier than it is. It's so hard to keep this stuff clean, this tan beige color. So we're gonna remove the 3 screws on each side. It's a T20 Torx bit. But before that, you're gonna get a pencil, right? I already kind of did it, but I'm gonna probably do it again. And you're gonna come in here, you're gonna mark basically all the way around and just like right where it ends. So then when you put it back on, you know exactly where to put it. And that's how you're gonna take off the glass. 6 screws. So we're just gonna go up with the pencil, circle here, make sure you line up right here, right there, just where it's flush with this piece, and then you can even just kind of draw with the pencil around right there. So I have this all the way back as far as it'll go just by pushing it. And let's take off the glass. All right, so you can see that's loose there. So we're just gonna loosen the other side, remove them, and lift the glass out. The weight of the glass is obviously resting on these screws here, so you're gonna have to lift the glass a little as you loosen the screw here. Now it's just resting down on the weight of the plastic there, and we'll do the other side. Okay, so all 6 screws are removed, and you're gonna come outside and just lift up on the glass and remove it. It's very awkward and a little heavy, and put it somewhere safe. You can see all the pollen on there. It's been crazy. So now the glass is off. We're gonna have access to the sunshade visor clips, and we're gonna remove those, pop the sunshade out, and fix the headliner. Okay, so this is kind of the part that I'm not really looking forward to. It's gonna look pretty ugly here, but we're gonna close the sunshade. And I had to kind of bunch it all in there, and it got a little, it got covered in that orange. It's like the old adhesive, so hopefully that'll come off. We'll see. But you can see how bad it got. That was only the last year. So with that fully closed, we're gonna come up on top here and we're gonna remove 4 screws. 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side. And that's gonna free these little slider things that go on these rails, and we'll be able to pop out the sunshade. I have another video where I showed how to replace these clips because these things fail, and the plastic breaks, and then the whole sunshade gets all messed up inside the car. So look at how small that screw is though. 1 and 2 on each side. Put these somewhere safe. Let's go on the other side. Okay, now it gets a little weird, but it's still very simple. What you're gonna wanna do is slide these. Now that they're free, you're gonna wanna slide them towards the center, and that's gonna give us room to lift up the front and slide it right off and out. So I'm gonna get a little flat head to get in there and slide this a little more towards the center, and then you could finagle this whole piece out. It's probably not a bad idea to periodically wash your hands, because there's grease all in here, and if you're gonna be touching the inside of the car, forget about it. So I'm just gonna put these right in the center, this one over here, like that, or maybe even just a little towards the back like that. And now I'll be able to lift this up, kind of just wiggle it free and right up and out. You can move these back if that'll make it a little easier, which I think it will. We're just gonna pull this right out. And there is the completely off. I'm gonna remove all that old adhesive and repeat the process backwards. Yeah. Okay, so all this orange stuff here is the old adhesive. That's all. It's still sticky, but it kind of it gets loose, and it's like tough to work with. So I'm gonna try to use a wet vac, shop vac, and see how much I can suck up, and use different brushes. I don't want to use any solvents or anything, so we're gonna see how this works, and then possibly another technique, but let's see how this goes. Maybe if you get it like a little colder, it'll crumble up better. It's probably about 70 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so I'm gonna do that to the rest of this, and then also on the fabric itself up here. And then we're gonna spray it. Okay guys, I got this prepped pretty much as I want to do it. I think it'll be okay. You can go crazy with this and really get it really clean, but I think it'll stick just fine. So I have the Permatex automotive headliner adhesive, and the directions say hold can 6 to 8 inches from surface, apply 2 to 3 uniform overlapping coats, allow a minimum of 5 minutes drying between coats. So that's 2 to 3 coats, so that's 5, 10, up to 15 minutes. Apply additional coats in opposite direction from first. So you do a crisscross pattern. For stronger bonds, apply adhesive to both surfaces, so I might even do the fabric itself. Yeah, we're gonna kind of use like a roller to roll it on. So let's put the first couple coats on here. It's gonna be a little nerve-wracking. Okay. Whoa. It'd be nice if it was a little more of like a fan spray. This is pretty like streamy. We're gonna get the edges really good. So we're gonna let that sit and then do another coat. Well, you can't even really see it. Okay, if you hold the can upright a little more, it comes out better. And I also twisted the tip vertically to make more of that fan pattern, so it'll be better. But then sometimes it comes out like this, so that's weird, man. Super weird. So basically just saturate it. I'm gonna go the other way after with the next coat. So yeah, and then I'm gonna just get a little more under here. All right, you think that's good? Yeah. Let it sit a little bit longer, get a little tackier. I just kind of got this little roller here and put some painter's tape so I could kind of roll it on and, you know, in case this was a little dirty, so. Oh boy. It looks like it bled through a little bit. Yeah. It's a little nerve-wracking. It's like trying to beat it. But there's time before it really sets. You just don't want this to fold over. It's kind of folded on me. So that's the thing. But it's the back. No one really sees back here. Okay, whatever. And hopefully all those spots go away. And we're gonna let it sit for 24 hours like this. I'm gonna get this edges a little better, and yeah, that was a little sketchy. Okay guys, so it's been about 24 hours. I've been letting this cure and dry. It looks pretty good. There's some spots you can see that stayed a little darker. I think I shouldn't have sprayed the fabric like I did. You can see like over here and stuff like that. But it's pretty smooth, and I really got the edge like saturated. that's just like a rookie mistake right there. So, you know, that too, it's pretty, I mean, it was so tacky, like there was nothing I could do about it. So first time, not too bad. So we're gonna install it back into the, onto the car edition. It should be good for at least another 5 years, hopefully. We're gonna gently slide it right back underneath these little clips here. Might be a good time to take them out and clean them and grease them. I should probably do that. So let's do that first. I just cleaned off the sliders a little bit. They say use a white lithium grease, so that's a good grease to use up in here. But I'm just gonna slide this right underneath those little guide rail sliders. And then you will be down flush where you want to be. And then you're gonna get the little brackets, line them back up. This one goes back on the other side back here. Same on the other side. Screw those in and we're very close. I screwed in the brackets. We're all good. And it looks pretty good. I mean, a little dirty, but it's also just kind of spotty from where I sprayed the fabric. So don't spray the fabric. And now we're just gonna put the glass back on. And we're gonna line it up and we will be done. The glass is clean. And you're just gonna set it right on top. And then we're gonna align the position and get it perfectly flush with the top of the roof. Okay, so now all you have to do, go down to your markings where you marked, tighten it up, pop in the little fan looking rubber covers and you are done. You just fixed your sunshade headliner adhesive by yourself. Let's go. Okay, so I got the screws like just, you know, snug but not too tight, so you're able to adjust the glass. So what you're gonna do is just adjust it to where you had the pencil marks, and then you're gonna tighten it. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. The pencil kind of wore off a little bit, so just adjust it, tighten it down. I don't know the torque specs to this exactly, but it kind of clicks a little bit with the washer they have. So do like a few cranks on it and you should be good. All right guys, I just got it torqued down to where I think is pretty much exactly where I marked. So we're gonna test it right now and we'll see how close I got. Ready? Okay, so it looks good, but this back piece could be a little higher. You want it to be as flush as you can with the body of the car. So the back could go up a little higher, but other than that, we're good. And we got the headliner that's nice and glued on. Hell yeah, you just did it yourself, baby. Just adjust these as needed and you're good to go. Okay, everything's adjusted. We got a working sunshade. let's see the other features here. So let's open up the sunroof. That's a tilt, wrong way. Okay, so let's open up the sunroof that way. And then if you turn it another 45 degrees and hold it, you can actually open it more. All the way back. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. And let's close it. Yeah. And she's all lined up. I got her a little more flush. Doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close. So there it is, baby.